Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate you guys so much. And so I apologize for the delay. I meant to get all of these done by the 8th, but today is the 9th. But I had a feeling you fire signs wouldn't mind so much. I don't know, maybe you would. But it felt okay. So we are doing a general energy check-in for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, or anywhere you have Aries in your chart that's relevant, or someone else has Aries in their chart and you're watching for someone else. And just to see what this 8/8 Lionsgate Portal is bringing through for you. Opportunities, changes, transformations, things we're letting go, all that good stuff. So it is an auspicious time for things to be happening, manifesting, changing. Okay. All right, so we have the Hermit is the first card that came out. That's Virgo energy. That is seeking solitude. So you're trying to find some answers for yourself where you're being guided to. So we have the Hermit and the Ace of Swords or Ace of Voices. And these two cards together would mean, you know, finding your own truth and your own clarity. So taking some time to be alone. That's what the Hermit is. Going inward, having some self-reflection. And this is truth, clarity, and it's about communication too. So, but I feel like it's you trying to communicate with yourself or your higher self, right? You're wanting to know, like, how do I feel about this situation? What's the guidance I'm getting apart from everyone else? Yeah, so you're in a lot of swords, or, you know, I mean, it's two swords, but the King of Swords, the Muse of Voices, this is the King of Swords, is truth. I mean, it's about clarity. I want to say truth. They keep saying truth and clarity. Let's move on from those. The King of Swords represents someone who is balanced and fair. He believes in what's just, and he's not afraid to speak the truth. And we have Eight of Wands. That's what, to me, this card represents what the 8/8 portal is. Something happening quickly, something coming together quickly, coming through, manifesting. So it feels like you are embodying this King of Swords, or it could be somebody coming to communicate with you as well. That could be it. But because we started with the Hermit, it feels like it's coming from inside of you. Yeah, the Moon, that's subconscious energy. So reflecting on your subconscious desires. Whoa. It's like, I feel like you're questioning, why do I have the things in my life that I have, right? How did I get to this point? And you're uncovering things that were once hidden. See, and now we have the Seven of Voices, the Seven of Swords. That's about lies and deception, sweeping things under the rug, trying to get away with something. But again, this is all coming from within you. So things that you used to kind of lie to yourself about, or try to keep yourself from hearing or feeling, are coming to the surface, and it's coming in quickly. Two of Pentacles. It feels like it has to do with how much you take on, like, in your life. I feel like you've been going through your life just without questioning, this is how we do things, right? This is how I do it. It doesn't matter if I have to get up and go to the same job every day and I don't like it and I'm always tired and I don't have enough money to do the things I want to do, or I don't have enough money to pay my bills or something. It's like, you're just like, but I just keep going. It's like you've just been kept going in this kind of robotic way, and it's like in the Matrix where you're waking up. You're having this epiphany about why I've been doing this the way I've been doing it for so long. These lies I've been fed, and I've been feeding myself, right? I was fed by culture, by society, by people around me, and I kept feeding them to myself. So, excuse me. We have the Four. Excuse me. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so maybe you need to speak up about something and some throat chakra clearing. This is about holding on to something too tightly. Resources, finances. Not sharing, not save. It's like because you've always felt like you never had enough. That was the lie. Another 7 here. The Chariot. yeah, I was talking about, this is about like spiritual awakening and spiritual enlightenment. And along with the King of Cups now, it's the Muse of Emotions as the King of Cups. This is about getting clear on how you feel. First, it started with examining the voices in your head, right? The thoughts in your head. And now it's getting clear on how stuff makes you feel. So for whatever reason, it was like, I don't know if you were forced or you just had some time to like reflect and be alone. And that caused you to kind of have some epiphanies, have some questions about stuff, right? Your thoughts, your mind started going. And then all of a sudden, all these things from under the surface with that moon energy. I have my incense is like blowing right in my face. Is when all of these like lies started coming through. And you're like, wait a minute, that isn't true. I don't actually feel like that, or that can't be true. I feel like that can't be true. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that's what you're getting at. And then you're like kind of looking back on your life and seeing how, okay, well, I guess, yeah, I can see how I haven't been honoring how I felt, and I haven't been listening to myself and listening to my body. And you want to move forward with something. You want to feel more accomplished. You want to accomplish something. Like that. Yeah, there's something you want to create. And I feel like it could have to do with business. Because the Ace of Inspirations is a really good, Ace of Wands is a really good card for business. But with the Chariot, you know, that is about accomplishment and achievement. And so it feels like, you know, you're like, I never achieved the things I wanted to achieve. I stopped, or I stopped going to school, or I didn't go to school, or something to that effect. And with the Hierophant, this is about commitment, Taurus energy. But this is also like sage counsel, a teacher, a mentor. I feel like some of you want to go back to school. And you've just been kind of like telling yourself it wasn't possible. But it's really something you want to do, because we have, you know, with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that's like really powerful energy, like creative energy that can actually move something forward, can actually make something happen. Yeah, you're noticing, okay, I don't like where I'm at. I don't like what I have. So this is discontentment and apathy. Can't have to do with love, but I really feel like we're talking about career here. And again, you're just going back to how you feel, and you're processing all of these feelings that are coming to the surface, because you have inspiration to create. You're a very creative person, or you have ideas and you want to take action on them, but there's these things that stop you. And maybe that's what's coming to the surface too, is like the lies you tell yourself, the stories you tell yourself about it being possible for you. And then you're finally realizing, wait a minute, that's kept me stuck and kept me from not going after my dreams. So we have the Death card, Scorpio, and the Two of Cups. That's can be about soulmate energy, a date, dating someone you share your love with. That to me, again, this doesn't feel like a relationship. I mean, it could, this is all internal, because we started with the Hermit. Excuse me. So this is all happening internally. So if it feels like work, like that's going to get your focus first, in terms of like, because you're focusing on like money and like, what do I have enough of or not enough of, you know? I can't do the things I want to do, and you feel restricted. You feel like this isn't I don't want my life to be like this. And so my point is that when you do internal work, it affects all areas of your life. It doesn't just affect one. So there could be one that causes you to have this awakening, right? Whether it's a relationship or a job or money or whatever. But then once you do, you start doing things differently in all areas of your life. So take it how it resonates for you. It's a general reading, so I try to bring in all the scenarios to try to, you know, help people understand. But again, it could be very specific for just like some people. So just take the parts that resonate for you. And when I say resonate, I mean like take the parts that when you hear me say it, or you feel the energy of it, and you're like, yes, okay, that makes sense. Like it hits you in a way, and you feel in your body that this message is for me. But with the Four of Cups, the Death, and the Two of Cups, it feels like transforming the situation. Like you're doing the work, the shadow work. That's the moon card can represent shadow work. The death card definitely, because it's about rebirth and transformation, is I'm doing the transformational work internally so that I can have this and feel this in all areas of my life, right? So that's harmony with somebody else or with another situation or person or job, or even just within yourself first. I mean, that's how it starts, right? It's like you realize maybe there's aspects of yourself you were denying, well, obviously, because you weren't letting yourself do something for a long time that you wanted to do, specifically acting on your passions and what you care about and what you want to do in the world. You stopped yourself. And so it's like you're realizing, okay, it starts with me. I have to go internally and see how can I become in love with who I am on the inside, the parts of me I've pushed away, and allow those to come to the surface. That way I can take action. Because what you're going to realize when you start doing internal work is that if you've pushed away aspects of you, they're not going to want to get on board with you immediately and be like, yeah, let's go do this thing. Because so many times this feeling, this part of you has wanted to come up and said, hey, let's do this. And you've said, no, sorry, we're not doing that, right? So it's the same. Sorry, I'm so sorry. There's kids that yelled outside and it sounded like my son, and he's not here. And I thought I heard Mom. Oh my God, it sounds just like my son. That's so weird. What's really funny is he's an Aries too. Okay, that's really freaking me out. My heart just like stopped. So sorry, you guys. Okay, what was I saying? My window is open behind me, so it might be someone behind me and kids playing out there. God, that my heart seriously stopped. I was like, why is he here? Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like in relationships. So think about a relationship where you've you've asked somebody, hey, you want to go do this? Let's go do this. You want to do this? You want to talk? You want to do this? And every time they say no, eventually you're going to stop asking, because you're like, every time I ask, right, they say no. That's what it's like within the aspects of yourself that you have said no to, that you've kind of pushed away. And so what you're doing is creating harmony within those aspects of you. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, because it's time for a change. So whether some of you may be consciously creating this change. Some of you, it may be happening for you because it's time. And when I say for you, it's like there may be a situation that happens where you kind of are forced to go internally and start questioning things and reflecting where you haven't before. So it could be something that happens at work or in a relationship. Yeah, the Fool. This is Aries energy to me. Taking a leap of faith. And I feel like it is like getting back into the swing of things when it comes to, because Aries has a very naturally risk-taking energy, and that's the Fool energy, right? It's a little bit of risk-taking. Yeah, getting back to how you used to feel as a child, like courageous and confident, and this is nostalgia. This is like, so there's opportunities I feel like are going to cross your path. That's what the the Wheel of Fortune feels like, is opportunities are going to cross your path where people are going to be like, hey, you want to go do this? You want to go skydiving? You want to go, like on this trip? You want to go climb up that mountain? Like things that bring out that side of you, like, oh yeah, that's so exciting. I want to do that. And I feel like in the past, you maybe would have like said no, right? Even though inside you were like, yes, I want to do that. And so that stuff like that, where you're like, wait a minute, I'm an adult. Like, why am I not doing that? Like, I have the money, or I have the time. I can come up with the money. It's like you start questioning your own resistance to things that just don't make sense anymore. It's really cool. I mean, it feels like you're really coming home to aspects of yourself, especially your child self, and really feeling like you. Go the distance, yes. So I do feel like for some of you, it's like you want to like go back to school, finish a certification, learn something new, but like going to the finish line of something, like you started school and you never finished. TikTok. That's timing. It's time. I feel like this message is it's time, and that's why it's coming. But it's also, I feel like you feel like time is running out in terms of like how old you are, and you're like, why I wasted time. Like time feels like of the essence. Make haste, as they say. So I also feel like opportunities that are going to be coming to you may have a time limit. So when they come, don't hesitate. That's why we have the Fool. Don't hesitate too much or think too much about it. Go with how you feel inside rather than what you're thinking. Freaking hairs. The never-ending story. That's what the cycle you're breaking, where you're just like, oh God, I do this every time. You might even actually at first say no, and then you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why do I do this every time? And then you get mad at yourself, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna jump on that train. I'm gonna go catch that flight. I'm gonna get up in that fucking airplane, jump out. I'm gonna go deep sea diving. I don't know. It just feels like very Aries things to do. A leg up. So someone is going to be there to help you through it in terms of like, there's going to be another person or party coming in to help you do it, to complete it. So whether that's like you going back to school, you're getting financial assistance, or someone's helping you like change your work shifts around, or watching your kids or something like that, or you have a spouse who's helping you in some way, or someone is going to be the one who's bringing you the opportunity and saying, hey, I have this opportunity, I have 2 tickets to go do this, let's go do it, you don't have to pay anything, right? Stuff like that. So when those things come about, don't say no, don't think about it too much, just go with how you feel. If your body is a full yes, then do it. There's something in it for you that's going to help bring aspects, childlike aspects, back online for you, that's going to change kind of the future, your course of action going forward. That's really cool, Aries. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If you'd like your own reading with me, click on that link below, and once you purchase your session, I'll send you an email to schedule the day and time. Follow me on Instagram at Bethany Empowers if you don't already. I also have an Etsy shop. That link is below, and I have an Oracle deck you can pre-order. That link is below. And if you have any questions about anything, please email me. I love you guys so much. Happy Lionsgate Portal.